What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry about the delay in posting mainly racing content recently, but we've had a big project going on, and this video I'm going to showcase what that project has been. You've probably seen it on the shorts, but it's finally pretty much done. There's a little bit more work to do, but let's take a look at it, and I'm going to flip you around so you can see it. All right, guys, so this is from the door entering the man cave, basically. This is my 16 by 24 golf simulator shed. I said it's almost done because I got some temporary seating and stuff like that. I don't have the baseboards on or anything, but you can see got a nice golf simulator here. 16 by 24 shed. The walls are 10 feet tall. The vaulted ceilings go up to 14 feet on the flat there. I got a couple more foam tiles to put in. I ordered one pack less than I needed, so the turf, we'll start with the simulator, I guess. A little bit of the specs that's going on here. Computer is just a laptop that I've had. Omen 16, or I think it's a 15.8 Omen, but a 16-inch Omen. GTX 1060 Ti, I think. It's older generation, 8th generation Intel. Either way, we're playing GS Pro on high, and it's been fine, man. It's really been just fine. I don't have any problems with it. The floor is 2-inch foam board insulation. Let's take a look. It's 2-inch foam board insulation. Above the insulation is these gym mats. You can see the 1-inch gym mat tiles from Amazon. And then this is just cheap turf from big box store, Lowe's, Home Depot. You can see our logo here. We are using this as a community space for locals in the area, so it's pretty cool. The logo is actually overhead projection. I'll talk about that later. The hitting mat is an Amazon hitting mat. It was recommended by Golf Busters on YouTube. It's 2 foot by 3 foot. It's cut in, laid into the 1-inch gym mats, and then it's pretty much level with the turf. I did have to make some modifications and add some pieces of cardboard to get it up to the right level, but works good. Launch monitors, the Square Golf. Incredibly impressed with it so far. I haven't had any other launch monitor, but as far as the quality of shot and everything so far, I'm stoked by it. On the mat there, you can see also some more of our overhead projection. That's basically just showing, it's like a spotlight showing the hitting box, especially with the lights off. And that yellow square, let me show you what it does when you activate the ball here. When you put the ball in the hitting zone, see how it turns green? I've programmed that into the overhead projection with OBS Studios to do that, so you easily know when the ball's in the hitting zone and you don't have to look at anything. It just does it. The blue square in the ground, you can see one here and there's one here. They're actually the locations for the Square Golf to set into. Those are 3D printed on my 3D printers. You guys have probably seen some of the shorts that I have. I do a lot of custom 3D printing stuff. These weren't custom. This was a file that I found on Printables. I will link the file in the description below so you guys can take a look at it. This has been so far so good. As you can see, the Square Golf launch monitor here. You can also see the 3D printed enclosure it has. This lid comes off and the Square Golf is exposed. You can take the Square Golf right out of it and charge it, but in the most recent rendition of this design, you can see that he put a charging port in the side of it, so that's handy. I don't even shut it off. I literally just plug it into the computer to charge. And for the blue squares, they sit in there. It doesn't move around too much. It's perfectly good, and it's aligned every time. That's the best part about it. It's aligned every time. Every time I set it in this blue square, it's aligned. If we switch it to a left-handed golfer, we set it in that square, turned it around. As long as the system knows it is a left-handed golfer, it switches it around, which GS Pro has a nice little integration there that knows when your player setup is left-handed. So It's pretty cool. Does a really good job. I don't know the creator's name of that file right now, but big thanks to that guy. He did a fantastic job there. Moving on to the screen. The screen is the Temu, Koala Hala, whatever it is, Amazon. I'm gonna go ahead and close this real quick. Close around. We're on JS Pro. The screen is it's fantastic. I don't mind it at all. It's really good. There's a couple marks in it with the lights on and the screen off, like the projector off, but I mean, you guys can see the picture. I don't have any issues with that quality, guys. I know you can do 4K tippy top quality, but for the people I have using it, myself included, and just to be able to play in the winter. I mean, we're getting dumped on with snow right now, and we're in here playing golf, you know. So that's pretty awesome. Koala Hala screen, like I said, 10 foot tall, I think 13 and a half wide, something like that. 157 wide. My design wasn't great here, but it works pretty good. You can see I got it framed out with 2x4s here. There's a steel cable. You can see the steel cable there. And I have eyelets in the wall. That helps me stretch the screen. Again, it's not perfect. There's some sagging in the corners, but I think every one of them I've saw online has that little bit of corner sag weirdness to it. The screen is not attached to the ground. It's not attached at the bottom. You can see a ball can sit back there. It hasn't been an issue so far. Sometimes if you have one sitting back there and you hit a driver, it does kind of pop out and kind of rolls back to you. Not a big deal. Let's see. The kickback has been pretty fine. I don't have any issues with it. It's pretty good. So no excessive ball kickback, anything like that out of the screen. It is like triple layer. Yeah, it's a nice screen. A lot of talk about these on golf simulator pages, YouTube channels, and everything like that. So I'm gonna put a link to the screen that I bought in the description in case you're interested. This screen is $200. Can you believe that? $200. And you know, a big name screen is close to $1,000. So yeah, I can't say enough about the screen, guys. Seriously, I haven't hit a bunch of shots on it yet. I've only hit probably, let's say, 2,000 shots so far, including everyone that's played on it. But either way, that's so far so good. Like I said, the wall padding is pretty simple. A lot of people online say not to use these acoustic panels or use them with curtains. They're just spray adhesive on. You can see I missed a few there. I got to order another pack, but it comes 4 feet out. You can see it's 4 squares out. I wanted to do some LEDs in the center, but I didn't get around to getting those in time, and we were really on a time crunch to get this thing done. I've had balls hit it, no problem. Honestly, they'll hit it. By the time they hit it, and then typically they ricochet from there into the screen or there into the ceiling tile, and they drop right down, and yeah, and it's nothing really too concerning. Some people like their netting and stuff to catch it. Also, with the height of the screen, had a guy yesterday hitting flop shots, and he still wasn't even hitting the padding up top. We're 9 feet from the screen from launch. From where the ball is hit to the screen is 9 feet, so that explains that. We just got a little cheap desk that I built over here with an old Walmart desk, and I made my own piece of wood to go on top of it. We got some shot data here. Computers on a 3D printed stand for airflow. Seems to work actually way better than it did before. It had that. We got a 58-inch Hisense TV, and that's just for entertainment purposes. For people watching TV, we like to put the game on or whatever, whether it's football, basketball, anything like that. You can see we got our tech set up. I have to say, there's about 100 freaking remotes for everything in here. Got my golf bag, so I got the JPX 770 Pros in the bag. I think they're 770s. I'm sorry, JPX 825 Pros. Whoops. So 825 Pros in the bag, and then these are all Cobra Amp Cell Pro muscle backs. You can see I had a full Ricky set at one point. I'm a huge Ricky Fowler fan. You may have saw the big picture when we walked in the building here. But you can see, and I got the old school drivers. This is the AmpCell Pro and the BioCell Pro. So old school, but I still rock them because I can still hit them well. Then for putter, Scotty Cameron Monterey with the Super Stroke Flatso, not the Fatso, the Flatso. Of course, if you're playing a Ricky driver, you gotta have the right head covers, boys. You gotta have the right head covers. So check those out, pretty sick. We got one for each. There's the other one. All right, anything else here? I don't think so. Only thing is, we are heating this with a mini split. It's been fantastic so far. At the moment, we have a ceiling fan with a light that does our lighting to keep the lighting dim. As you can see, like I said before, it's snowing like a bastard outside. So if I turn on the other lights, you can see the difference in lighting. And again, we're not gonna see the projector with these lights on, but it does help when we're cleaning up or just doing other activities out here, because sometimes we like to have a little get together, a table with some food, things like that. So you can see what that looks like. You can see the lighting's pretty good. The color turned out good. It's almost like a blackish purple. It's called Bohemian Black, I believe, Sherwin-Williams. Super nice. Before we go though, let's talk about projection, because I did forget that. The projector is an Optima GT 2000 HDR. Again, like I said before, fantastic quality. I have no complaints of the quality on the screen, the quality of the computer's running, anything like that. And again, GS Pro says minimum GTX 3060. I think they've just recently updated that for some of the higher level courses, maybe. I don't know, but 1060 has been running just fine. And then our overhead projection, I'll link that as well. That's a Zuon Pad, Amazon cheap $80 projector. You can see it on Joe Legasky. He did the same projector, ended up finding it in the States and put that up, and it works good. My ceilings are higher than his, so his resolution's a bit better. You can see that some of the wording on the logo is messed up on the lower banner, but again, that's fine. That's a fine detail. I'm not really worried about that. And then for sound, you can hear a bit of music, but you can see the sound bar mounted to the ceiling just in front of the projector. It works good. That is the On brand from Walmart, 2.1 Atmos sound bar. There is a subwoofer located in this bottom corner of the screen over here. It's as small as this building is, plus the insulation and soundproofing and everything. This thing can really rock. We usually have the volume very low, so. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a video here on the golf simulator, the explanation of it, and what we are doing with it. I'll be back with more. I do want to have another video. I'm going to do a price breakdown on everything in this building. So, you know, including the building itself, because we built this building for this. And this project started at June 22nd, 2025, and today it is January 3rd, I believe, January 3rd, 2026. So it was a 6-month project, still not completely done. There's my Ricky Fowler poster I was talking about. It's not completely done. I still got to do baseboards, trims, door trim. I do have some furniture I want to move into here. And yeah, that's also our nice coat rack that a local had built for us to put on the wall in here. It's pretty sick. It's all different pitching wedges, so that's pretty cool. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, sorry about the lack of racing content. We've been very busy with this project the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, this building was just you know, stick built with insulation in the walls, so we had all the finished work to do, and it happened really fast. We had to really pump it out, so haven't had a lot of time on iRacing recently, but we'll get back to that. And again, like in my short, if you didn't see that, we did talk about adding an addition to this building that had nothing but a race sim in it. So I had a race sim studio, so that's going to be coming. It's definitely going to be coming. Let's just leave it at that. It's definitely coming. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.